Okay, here I am. I was trying to do this on Loom and it didn't work. So I'm going to do it on Zoom and I just need to change this. So the question, and this comes up so often, which is why I decided to do a Zoom rather than a recording, rather than type it all out. For the person who asked the question, and this is going to be for everybody, and it comes up all the time in the Just Ask Jean class as well, which is a free online Zoom time about once a month for any of my students to ask any questions. So the question is about calling your dog. When we call our dogs, 90% of the time, it's the end of something fun for them. So it's like you have to come upstairs, you were somewhere doing something, or you were in the yard and now that is over and I'm bringing you in the house, or now you were playing and we're going back on leash or whatever. That is interpreted by the dog as punishment because they lose out. We are not going and punishing them. And we can say, you know what, where's my squirrel? I am going to give you a treat for that. And they're like, yeah, well, it really wasn't worth it, the treat. And really, I would rather play keep away or look at you and see that you're going to put my leash on. So therefore, I'm going to do what's more rewarding for me. Dogs are not programmed to come when called. And unfortunately, as puppies, they come almost naturally, and then we don't actually train it. So a couple of things that I do routinely with all dogs, and especially my puppies, which doesn't mean I have great recalls all the time, is in my world, the name means turn your head and look at me, and I am going to, I lost my food. I am going to give you several pieces of food. We are even going to have a 30-second treat party, and then I'm going to let you go back and do what you were doing. So I might say Fido, they go, what? And then they go, oh, you're there. And so they start to come towards me. I say, yes, I get out my treat. I do some food play with them. So I let them follow it. I let them catch it. I might do some petting if they enjoy petting. Many dogs find this quite aversive. Many dogs find this quite aversive. Humans like it, but we have to make it super rewarding for the dog, not what we think is rewarding. So I'll do that for, I like 30 seconds, but I'll do it for a bit and then I'll send them back to what they're doing. So then the name just means come to me, get something, and it's an interruption for the fun I was having. Once in a while, absolutely, it's going to be, and now it's over. But that can't be most of the time. And unfortunately, what we do is that most of the time, it means loss for the dogs. The other thing that we often do is when the dog comes towards us, we grab them because we're going to take them somewhere or we want to put their leash on. And so our hand coming towards their face, I can't do it well in here. Our hand coming towards their face becomes a bit of an aversive, and I want to avoid it because I don't like it. So one of the things, again, that I will do a ton of is I will put my hand down, touch their collar, and give them a treat. Take my hands off. We're doing something else. I will come down. I will touch their collar. I will give them a treat and do something else. I want to do that until my dog sees my hand coming down and goes, oh, wow, I love your hand. You always give me a treat. So it's because we as humans don't understand the impact that this behavior has on dogs. This is extremely aversive to dogs, this grabbing. We do that. We're like, hi, this is my hand, shake me. Dogs, this is incredibly aversive to most dogs. I like dogs to chase me rather than me come at them. So that's why when you saw with the treat, I was even moving away. I'm moving away from the dog. If I want to get my dog, I'll use a hand target often. My dog will come, and as they come to me, I'm backing up. I'm taking off that pressure. So, where's my girl? Here's my girl. This is body pressure. Fido, come. And then I move into the dog. The dog's natural response to this is that. The dog's natural response to this is that. The dog's natural response to this is that. So unfortunately, it's something that has to be trained. It has to be trained a lot. What do you do when you just need your dog? You put them on leash. And so I might do a few recalls to their name, and then I'm going to clip the leash on, and then I'm going to send them back to play a little bit. And then the next time, I'm not going to say their name. I'm just going to go get the leash and bring them with me where I need to go. So I'm managing it when I need them for a long time. So it's not punishment. Because again, we don't intend to punish. We're giving them treats. But it is punishing because the dog is losing out. So it's a punishment for the dog. One piece of kibble, 15 pieces of kibble stuffed in their face will never be as valuable as playing with dogs or playing in the with the leaves or playing outside or doing whatever. Most people are really good about not chasing the dog. I never want to chase the dog. I always want the dog to chase me. So I'm going to review the 3 foundation behaviors for your recall is your name. When they start to come towards you, the food comes out. The food does not come out before to get them there. That is a bribe. It will backfire on you. So 3 foundation behaviors. Sorry, I'm all over the map because this is so impromptu for me. 3 foundation behaviors. First is the name, the head turn on the name. I need to do that randomly hundreds of times in the house for 30 seconds or 10 seconds, if that's all I can manage, of play with the dog. Play that the dog wants. That may be following food, that may be catching food, that may be some personal play if they can do that. That may be doing some tricks with me, some middles, some whatever, some spins. But it's 30 seconds of attention from me. I only use the name initially when something good is going to happen and it's going to be highly reinforcing. So it does not mean get out of the garbage. You get to use puppy puppy or something else, your attention noise for that. So name. Number 2 is when you can't do that party, you do not call the dog, you go and get them, but preferably you have them on leash ahead of time or in a contained area. The more you chase them, the more fun that chase is. So we don't want to do that. And we don't want to have them run away until they see us get the treat out. That is not good dog training. That is teaching the dog, run away. Hi, baby. Run away until mom gets a treat out. So number 2 is manage it. Number 3 is lots and lots. You can't see me with her. Lots and lots of collar grabs. Touch the collar and collar holds. Touch the collar, feed the dog. Dog does something else during it. Say, yeah, I have your dog. Touch the collar, feed the dog. Go on to do something else. Touch the collar, feed the dog. So that your hands on their collar and your hands coming towards them becomes a good thing. And then there's actually number 4, which is if you want your dog to come with you, release that pressure, which is back up, move away, have the dog come all the way into you. I think that answers all your questions. It's really hard because the bottom line is people need their dogs to come right now. And we teach that in the end as a punishment. So we really, really, really need to teach it and then really, really, really manage the situations with a leash or containment or just, you know what? We're not doing that right now. You won't come to me, so I'm going upstairs by myself or whatever. If you can do that in your life. I try not to do any of my recalls repetitively. So I don't call, feed the dog, send them away, call, feed the dog, send them away, call, feed the dog. That becomes a training game. And then they're like, oh, you have your treat pouch on. This is a training game. I can do it. Oh, you have a leash in your hand. You do not have your treat pouch on. This is not a training game. The cue is completely different for the dog. So we need to get the training into into life. And that's why I might do 300 or 400 recalls a day in the sense of a name and a 30-second party. And then back to what you were doing, I might do that multiple times during a day. But I'm not going to do it repetitively. I hope that makes sense. Ask me more questions if it doesn't. Remember, there's also the Just Ask Jean, and I'm always happy to answer questions on email. Magic is here going, who's she talking to this time?